Good morning. Welcome to another week in my life vlog. Just got back from a walk outside. It's hot as it has been the last few days. We had a big rainstorm last night. So cool, but still muggy enough to make me sweat. I'm going to cool off, have coffee, eat some breakfast, and then we'll get this whole day started. I need to go to the library to return some books, and then I need to go to Target to pick up a few essentials. Which library do I want to go to? I live on the south side of my city, so the south side branch is a little closer to me, but the main library has more options. I haven't been to the main library since like a year ago whenever I did that library vlog. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it. Will I actually link it down below or will I forget? I don't know. You know how bad I am at remembering to link things. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm going to link that vlog. But yeah, I guess I'll go to that one, the main branch. Get me out of my comfort zone just a little bit. Look how crazy gorgeous this whole range is for the kitchen. Ugh, I'm so in love. Back from the library and running errands at Target. So just picked up, it was like the most boring shopping haul. Dishwashing tabs, hand soaps, things like that. Forgot though, garbage bags, trash bags. So yay, go me. I'm going to have to go back to some store in the near future, but stopping for a late lunch. Microwave is done. I'll show you what I'm going to have, and then I'm going to show you, after I eat, what books I checked out from the library. Today is the leftover spinach ravioli with pesto from last night. I have some naan and some Parmesan crisps. I have an entire bag of books that I picked up. So haven't been reading. If you have just found me because I know like within the last month or so, I've gotten a lot of new faces here. So if you were one of those people, I used to do every month a recap of like all the books I read, all of the books I was going to read on my TBR list, a video at the beginning of every month, but haven't been doing that. I think I read like 2 or 3 books in April, and I don't think I read anything in May, like at all. I don't think so. Or maybe I read a play. I read one play in May. Wasn't too thrilled about it. So I am like hell or high water getting out of this book slump. So got a lot of things. Picked up a lot of things from the library. So let's talk about them. First thing that I picked up, obviously, because of the title and because of the cover, is The Magic Kingdom. Because at first I thought that it was going to be like set at Disney World or something like that. Close, not far off. This is set in the portion of Florida that would become Walt Disney World. And it looks like it follows a family who moves down there after the death. After the death of the father of the family, and to find like a utopia, like a promised utopia in this area of Florida. And it doesn't say this, but like reading between those lines, it sort of sounds cultish, like a little like he's gotten himself, the main character gets himself into a cult. I'm not really sure. Stay tuned, because I'll let you know whenever I figure it out. With a bookmark, be happy. Thanks, library. So this was on a little stand of the, what were they called? Like from book to screen sort of thing. So they were all made into movies or TV shows. This is The Bad Seed, which I never heard of as far as a book or the classic movie. I find this concept fascinating. In real life, anytime I read a book about it, it's about this kid who looks like perfect, I guess. Like this kid looks like this innocent little kid sort of thing, but is like evil, like a truly evil kid. Your old Rhonda, who is has carefully plaited hair and sweet cotton dresses. But why do bad things seem to happen only when little Rhonda is around? One of my favorite books that I read, I think it was last year. Yeah, I didn't read it this calendar year, was about a kid that like everyone thought was this like perfect little kid. I think the book was called The Perfect Child. She was like a demon child. So yeah, that concept fascinates me. Have picked up a few mysteries. This is called Playing It Safe, and I honestly don't know what it's about. It's an Electra McDonald novel. I picked it up because I really just like the cover. Let's see together what it's about. World War II, British intelligence contacts this woman. Presence of absence, and this is about a young writer who is dying and he tells his story, which Short book, that is one of the reasons that I picked it up, because I find that that really helps me get out of any sort of reading slump I'm in ever, is just picking up short books, getting through them to be like, I can read a book again. But yeah, bold choice, I find, considering my grandma just died, that I'm going to be reading a book, however short, about someone who is terminally sick and dying. But yeah, hopefully this doesn't cause me to cry too much. Found a new to me murder mystery thriller sort of like series, I guess that's what you would call it, all set in France, all set in Paris. So this is Murder in the Marais. I just picked it up because I really enjoyed my time in the Marais. Of course, Aggie picked up Evil Under the Sun. This is a Poirot novel. Picked this one up because of the title. I didn't even look to see what it was about, but Florida Man, another mystery. So Florida Man, let's see. Sinkholes opening up around a shabby motel and shabby amusement park. Another short book which I actually started reading in the library before I left. We Had to Remove This Post. In this book, a woman is in charge of removing posts from the internet. Like, she is on that panel of, what's the website called? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a fictitious website. She's one of the monitors of that website and has to go through and watch tons and tons of posts. This was in the large print section, so I picked it up. I think this will be one of the books that I read first so that I can return it to the large print section. But it's Maeve Binchy, A Week in Winter. I have never read a Maeve Binchy book, but this is an author I think my mom really enjoys, so I decided to pick this up. It is set in a small town on the coast of Ireland. Next up is The Romantics. This is about a group of college roommates / college friends who, as they're getting older, one of the roommates, or former roommates, one of the friends in the group, realizes just how different she is with, in the actual group. Confessions of a Curious Bookseller. This is about a woman who owns a used bookstore in Philadelphia, or West Philadelphia, and the entire book, which I thought was cool, I love books written like this, is in email and blog posts and just internet posting, that sort of style. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, because I was, and I just did the math, all of these books, if I would have gone out and actually purchased them, would have cost me $270, and I forgot the cents, I think 45 cents or something like that. So that's amazing. That's amazing that I just went in. That's one of the reasons that I love the library. I've always gone to the library, from childhood. We did the library programs and things like that. But last year, when I couldn't even make ends meet, that's when I really started going back into the library, because I could go to the library with absolutely no money in my pocket, check books out, and not feel bad about being able, going into a place and not being able to, actually afford anything there. So, yeah, one of the very, very many reasons that, not to get too preachy, but I think libraries are so important to communities. All right, so the rest of this afternoon, I do have to charge my camera, but I just have household chores to do. I have to have a procedure later on, potentially this week. That's still up in the air of exactly what date it is, but I want to get some things done in the apartment before then, because I'm not exactly sure how long out the procedure will have me laid out for, if they find anything, things like that. Also, I have some filming to take care of so that I can have videos up even if I'm not feeling like it after the procedure, actually filming. So I will have those sort of things. So yeah, those are the main things that I'll be doing. I did none of that. Lost track of my days, forgot that it was Friday, and forgot that I had a premiere on the channel. And so sat down, logged in, because, just in case anyone wanted to chat with me, nobody did. There were 6 people, one of which included me, so that means 5 people came and watched the video. YouTube lately has me rethinking a lot of things. Anyway, and then after my video was done, noticed that Shane and Ryan, what are they calling the show now? Their new show, Mystery Unsolved? Mystery Files? I'll put it here. I think it's Mystery Files, though. So they have a new episode every Friday, so caught up with that, ate some pizza for dinner, and then that was pretty much it. I am going to call it an early night. I mean, it's a little after 9, so early by some people's standards, I guess, but I'm just going to wait for my hair to dry a little bit more before I tuck in, and I'm going to be reading Here About Kitty Carr, which I know that I just got a lot of books from the library, started reading one at the library, but this is my current book of the month, my book of the month from last month. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Reading this book this morning with my coffee. Whenever I opened to this page, someone had stuck this on a post-it note. How cute. Definitely needed this morning. So all of the things that I said, let me pause my Epcot music. All the things I said that I was going to do yesterday afternoon, I have to get done the majority of them before work today. I work in the afternoon, so shouldn't be too bad. It's 10:32 and I don't have to go into work until 3:30. So 3, I'll have to leave. So yeah, going to be doing that. I'm going to get started on the kitchen first. It's not horrible, but definitely I'm tired of looking at it. So I'm tired of looking at all this mess. I've reached that point. So going to clean up the kitchen first and then move on to other household chores. Okay, much better. I'm gonna leave those to dry. Now I'm going to do some filming, which you will see those videos, of course, later on. First up is Book of the Month. This is the area that I film in currently, as far as like my sit-down videos. So I like this as my background, so Ophelia that I painted last summer, but this bare wall, I'm not really digging. I find that it really looks weird on videos and just kind of boring. So let me know in the comments. I'd love your input. What should I put here? Remember, it has to be renter friendly. I'm heading out to work. It's some weird weather, let me tell you. I don't know if you can hear the thunder outside. It was raining a little bit, huge high winds, thunder and lightning, but like sunny, like completely a sunny day still outside. So I'm putting on some tennis shoes and I have my like actual work shoes in my bag, just in case, bag's over there, just in case I get stuck in somehow a torrential downpour. So have everything, have 1 mass this evening and then 2 tomorrow morning. Bounce back home after work for super quick costume change. Heading downtown for art walk. Also, I'm bringing this back. How cute is this from Hong Kong Disneyland? I feel good today. Have fun. To be honest, this is why I went to art walk today. I came to see this piece, which Church-Going Mule, an artist, painted using one of my friend's grandparents' wedding picture. And so that was pretty cool to see. It made me a little emotional, and I also really liked this piece the artist did as well. Hopped over to another gallery that had 60 Years of Joy. Really loved all the work and the variety of work that this artist did over 60 years. You know I loved this one the most. So that was a lot of fun. I did the entire art walk, just did about half of it. It looked like it was like threatening rain and I didn't want to be stuck all the way on the other side of downtown in the like downpour if it is going to be raining. But anyway, yeah, had a lot of fun there and I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'm just going to be eating some food because I haven't eaten anything since lunch, which was ramen noodle. So I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to have some pizza, just take a shower and go to bed because I have work bright and early tomorrow morning. Work is done for today. I'm going to have some lunch at my parents'. We do this most every Sunday, so I think it's shrimp eggplant for lunch today. Should be good. And then I don't know what the rest of the day will hold. And who have we here? It's Josephine. Hello, puppy. Oh, that's a good stretch. Fresh figs. looks and smells delicious. Back home, had a good visit with my parents. We ate lunch and ended up watching, they watched it for the second time so that I could watch it for the first time, The Secret Life of Bees. I know it's an older movie, came out in '08, but it is so good. A lot deeper than I thought it was going to be, like a lot more serious than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, it's currently on Hulu in the States. Really good. You should check it out. Now I'm just waiting on the fries in the oven. I'm going to eat a hot dog for dinner, and some oven fries, and I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the night. I do have a little bit of sketching and a little bit of art to catch up on. Haven't been doing that other than like just a few faces here and there for shorts every week, and it's time for me to get back into my art, so I think I'm going to be doing that tonight. Good morning. I am off to the doctor's, a sleep center, to pick up my CPAP machine. Spend a lot of money today, yay, and hopes that, I'll sleep a little better, or, I'm sleeping fine, and hopes that I'll wake up a little better. Got it, got my CPAP. I'm going to show you what it looks like tonight whenever I set it up. And I needed to get some distilled water because my machine has a humidifier in it, which is really good because I'm already prone to nosebleeds, and that might make more nosebleeds if I used the machine and didn't have the humidifier. While I was there getting the distilled water, I got a few bips and bobs that I needed, like the trash bags from the other day that I forgot, and passed by the ice cream section, which I always do. So I've been passing by the ice cream section to see if they have, I'm sorry, I'm going to bring you up, then bring you down, just warning you, to see if they have the Dole Whip that has been promised to us for months that it was going to be coming in stores. They don't. They haven't every single time I've passed, but they did have today. Let me see if I can pitch you somewhere. That's horrible. This is as good as we got it, because I'm not taking my tripod out, but they did have today the Dr. Pepper ice cream float from Bluebell. I'm very excited about that. I've been looking everywhere for it. So here is what it looks like inside. It has a nice swirl going on. That's it. They got the taste. Eating something that tastes like a soda shop from whoever created the Dr. Pepper brand, the soda shop you went to as a kid was supposed to smell. It's like it's done a complete 360. The ice cream and soda shop sent to now an ice cream flavor. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's sweet. Definitely like strong, like hit of vanilla going on. But yeah, good. I think I'm going to have to take a few more bites though, just to make sure. Spent a little time for the first time in forever doing some work with some soft pastels. Definitely have to clean up. This is why when I finally do get my art studio all up and running, that's why I brought that desk in, so that it can get all dirty and not my table. But anyway, so this is the first piece that I worked on, mainly in both my watercolors and in my pastel, and everything that I'm going to be doing. I really want to work on getting skin tones, different types of skin tones, and the different variations, I guess, parts. Look at like a real human's face. We're not all like one flat color like plastic. So like the blush in her cheeks there, and the yellow and all of that. So worked on her. And then my favorite that I did, this Farm Fresh Figs. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Do you like the Farm Fresh Figs? Or do you like this person? Here it is in all of its glory. And this is the mask for the CPAP. Yeah, so I hope that it goes well. The reason that I was like, I sleep fine, is because I pretty much do. The only reason that I had a sleep study done was because my watch was tracking that my oxygen was dipping down like kind of low in the night after I don't know what it was before, because before I had my blood clots, I didn't have the watch. So I got it after, so that I could always monitor it. Whenever I showed my pulmonologist, she was like, yeah, that's really low. You need to do a sleep study. Did the sleep study. And I was really shocked that I had sleep apnea because I never do the whole thing of like, I guess the stereotypical thing that like people say, like they wake up and they're gasping for breath. Like, no, I don't do that. So hopefully this will help. Hopefully it'll make me feel better. I don't know. I'll see how I feel in the morning. Can't believe it. I slept with the CPAP on for 8 hours last night. When you wake up, the machine that I have has a little like smiley face, frowny face to let you know how you slept and your like how many hours you slept with the mask on. Slept with it the entire 8 hours. So like super proud of myself for that, because I've heard that there's a bit of a period where you have to get used to sleeping with the machine. And I think the reason that like you saw how it was like here. But I think the reason that like, besides just that it was here and not like a full face sort of mask, besides that, I think the reason I did so well with it is because for weeks and weeks and weeks, I had to sleep with the cannula inside of my nose with my actual oxygen tank. So I think just like my brain was used to that. So overall slept well, did wake up like in the night as I usually do, but usually I would wake up in the night and still do wake up in the night because I'm on like one side of my body and then that side like goes numb. Like the like my hip starts to hurt or like my arm starts to go numb and it wakes me up, so I'll have to flip like to the other side or flip to my back. Anyway, I like flip like a rotisserie chicken when I'm sleeping in bed. So with that though, otherwise, slept really, really well. Today is going to be a true at-home day. I don't, especially in the summer, I don't like to spend too much time every single day. Like, how can I say that? Like, I love being at home, but it's bad for me if I spend too many days in a row, like, solely at home, because then I kind of get used to that. And then whenever it's time to leave to actually, like, go and do things, if I've been, like, sat a week at home, just being at home, I'll get like my social anxiety will get worse than it actually is or normally is. And so it's a little more difficult for me to get out. Story short, in the summer, I like to at least go out like window shopping or to the library or, you know, run to get like food somewhere to like overcome that. But I feel like today there's things that I definitely do have to get done. I'm starting to declutter my apartment, which is something that I usually do in the springtime, but I'm just a little pushed back. That's okay. So I'm I'm going to start decluttering today. I'm going to be doing this thing that I've never done before. Hopefully it works. The idea of just declutter for 20 minutes a day. And that way, like I don't get super overwhelmed with the whole, like, I have to declutter my entire space all at once sort of mentality. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a little cleaning here and there. Might do a little more art. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. And yes, I know it is summer. It is like 100 degrees today, but this is my outfit. Sweatpants, sweatshirt, looking like this, my uniform of the summer whenever I'm inside. The things that I really want to do, and I think I'm going to start a series on the channel once I get this sort of like up and running, but I want to start making like renter friendly changes as much as humanly possible to my rental. In my lease, it says that you can make as many changes as you want as long as, you know, it goes back to normal whenever you, I don't want to say break the lease, whenever you end your lease and you have to move out. So the first thing that I want to do is deal with this mirror in my bathroom. This is what I mean. If you've never seen my mirror before, it's very standard in rentals, at least in the States, to have a mirror like this. Like it's just the mirror set to the wall. There's no edging or anything like that. So I'm going to clean this mirror and let it like kind of dry, and then I'll put this on. This is what it came out to look like. I am really super impressed with it. 20 minutes is done. Didn't get as much done as I thought I would, but then also got more done than I have. Like that chair that I was going through has been sitting there for I'm going to say since like November, December. So definitely happy that I started there, got through that, didn't put it off, but I am not done with the chair. There's still like one little layer left, but I'm sticking to it. Besides tidying up what I did, I'm not going to be decluttering anymore. As you know, I've been keeping this garden, this vegetable garden, and it hasn't been doing too well lately. I started with this, with the cucumber slash cantaloupe plant that I had. It was really doing really well, and then I think I was overwatering it because I saw the leaves like looking like this and being droopy, and then like I would continue to water it because it's like, you know, super hot out, and then I noticed that all of the melons that I had and all the cucumbers I had would just like, they'd be growing and then all of a sudden they'd shrivel up, which either meant I had a pest that I couldn't see or, you know, the overwatering aspect. I'd taken such good care of that, and no matter like what I did, it didn't do well. It kind of set me into a phase of like, well, does it really matter? That sort of thing, like, why am I even doing this? And so then I kind of let all my other plants kind of go the same way. Also at that time was the time that like I genuinely did not have time. It were pretty much sitting Shiva at my grandmother's bedside, and then she died, and then we had the funeral, and so like all of that, I really wasn't here to water the plants. Once I got home, I just kind of looked at them and I was like, that sort of thing. So I'm going to prune as much as I can because like this still looks fairly good. I mean, there still is some growth to this plant. I think just if I take that off, it might be better. Same thing with this tomato plant. It has definitely been eaten up by something, but it's also still producing flowers. So I think if I prune what has been like all eaten up and, you know, kind of done, it might hopefully get better. Everything is done. Was able to get all the pruning done, and while I was pruning the tall plant, whatever is still left of it, I noticed that I had either milkweed or aphids, one of the two. My Google Lens wasn't really like 100% picking up on it, so it's one of those two, so that might explain some of the issues I was having. But anyway, the heat caught up with me. I do plan to go outside either this evening or again tomorrow morning to actually like repot all of the plants. Happy Thursday. Yesterday I kind of left you and just didn't update. I did a few paintings yesterday and did a little like rearranging in the apartment, or not really. I brought a lamp in. Whew. I know. To bring that lamp in to put my CPAP on the other day, and these were both in the living room by the sofa, so I wanted the symmetry in here, so I brought that one in here. I have very few lamps now in the living room, but I'm going to have to do a little more rearranging in the living room to bring on a little bit more light. But before I do that, this would be the third day that I'd spend in my apartment and not leave, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go to the pharmacy. I have some stuff to pick up there, and I'm going to also go to the library. I finished one of the books, so I'm going to return that, and then I'm going to work on my book that I've been writing. I think that if I get out of the apartment, in the library, or anywhere really, that I don't have like other things I can be doing, hopefully I'll get a little bit of writing done. One of the paintings that I did, I don't really like how the bottom turned out, but I do really like the butterflies up top. I think that if I wouldn't have lined that with a thick marker, I think I would have liked it a little better, because I just used a really thin marker to line the butterflies with. Well, that was successful. Ended up writing a chapter and a half before I looked at the time and realized I needed to get to the pharmacy before they closed for lunch. Otherwise, I'd have to, you know, get back out and drive all this way. Also picked up another library book, How to Sell Your Art Online. It's like fate, okay? Whenever I got up from the seat I was writing in, I turned around and there it was, just staring at me, like cover facing me on the shelf. Medicine acquired, time to settle down for some lunch. Just got through watering the garden. It was a really hot one today. Things are not looking all that great outside, unfortunately. Today's high was 107, so yeah, like with the heat index and all that. So yeah, they're not looking that great. Hopefully watering really helped that out. So did some house cleaning today. The chest that was in here, out here, just to put the lamp on it, not really like 100% loving all this here. Like, love the chest, love the lamp, definitely. But altogether, yeah, I'm not really sure. But I'm going to keep it there because I don't really feel like spending any money on like another lamp or another side table. So I'm making do with what I have. Also did a little work, created an Amazon storefront, put some things, I'll link it down below in case you are interested. Did some artwork with these Ohuhu markers, which I do have a video where I tested them out, but I haven't actually, like, since testing that out and making like the little card for this, I haven't actually done anything with it. So let me show you. I did two things. One is a full spread and another is the half page. So here is the full spread. So it's a little scene with two people. There you go. Now you got the whole thing. Two people who are flying kites on the beach. I really like this one. And then last summer I did a watercolor with lemons, and I decided to kind of go for like the farm fresh sort of thing and do different mediums to see which one I like the most. So with the markers, I did a replica of the lemons. Not really sure how I feel about this. Like, for some reason, it just looks flat. I don't know. I like them. Don't get me wrong. That wasn't like me fishing for a compliment or anything. I do like these, but like, I don't know. It just feels like a flat sort of thing. But yeah, let me know, I guess, in the comments what you think. If you think it's flat, if you think it's missing anything. Happy Friday! Made it out the house because I have something to ship off. A thing that I had on Macari for about 1.5 years finally sold last night. Like, I was thrilled. So yeah, going to ship this off, and I think now that I'm out and about, I'm kind of liking, even though it's 1,000,000 degrees, it's 11 o'clock, and I'm looking, the actual temperature is 92, so I'm sure that the heat index is somewhere in the hundreds. I think I'm gonna go to a coffee shop.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
That place had such a good feeling to it, and what I showed, like the drink that I got, is what they consider a small. So yeah, definitely coming back to this place. I can only have so much caffeine in the day, so I ended up just getting an herbal tea because midday already had my cups of coffee that I'm allotted or suggested that I have with my heart. So yeah, the herbal tea was fantastic. It was a lemon berry blend. So good. There were plants all around. They didn't show this because there were other people in other parts, but like the front part of the house is a plant shop coffee shop, and then the back part of the house is just a kind of like catch-all space to sell things. So they had books, they had pottery, they had some more plants, just bips and bobs here and there. So yeah, definitely such a cool place. Glad that my city is finally hopefully going to get more places like this and not just like big box commercial sort of places. We're back in the hallway where we started the week. So spent pretty much the rest of the afternoon watching TV, of course, and I have it for you right here. So I'm trying to create a design to submit to a local community mural contest, and I think I'm getting close. this is the last thing that I came up with. We bloom together. Not exactly sure if I'll submit this or submit something along these lines, but yeah, kind of excited about that. Went to the store to get some tomatoes and bread and picked up a pizza for dinner. I have quite a headache now, pretty sure that it is heat induced, although it kind of feels like a little sinus pressure too. Anyway, so because of that, this is where I will call it a night. Even though it's like 6:30. I'm gonna go eat some pizza, probably watch an episode of Black Mirror, and then that's about it. Shower and head off to bed. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me and for spending the week with me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you real soon.